There are 2.3 million nonprofit organizations in the United States, to which society, government, and business give about $300 billion a year. Religious organizations and health services dominate the charitable income, leaving not much for other smaller and more specific charities that focus on the environment and human interest. Now, you've probably heard of the American Red Cross, the Wounded Warrior Project, and the American Cancer Society. But what about something smaller, like the Access Fund? Well, here's some people to tell you about it.
The Access Fund is climbing because without access to the outdoors, what's the point? Plastic is whack.
The Access Fund is important to climbers because it allows climbers to have, pardon the repetition, but access to certain areas that they may not otherwise have access to. There are certain areas that are only open because the Access Fund controls the liability there that landowners wouldn't have otherwise allowed the climbing. A few areas like Rumbling Bald in North Carolina and Lake Lure, they just bought a huge plot of land up there, and it's now the third largest bouldering spot in the entire country because the Access Fund purchased it.
The Access Fund is a national organization that keeps U.S. climbing areas open and conserves the climbing environment. Founded in 1991, the Access Fund supports and represents over 2.3 million climbers nationwide in all forms of climbing. Climbing, once an obscure activity with few participants, has become a mainstream form of outdoor recreation. So what exactly are the problems that the Access Fund and climbers face? Climbers need, well, a place to climb. And this is a more challenging aspect than it seems. Climbers have facilities such as these to train on, but courses like these are only the first levels. Then, climbing activities take place primarily off-trail, away from developed facilities that have little oversight by land managers or owners. Therefore, agreements and safety laws need to be formed. These unique settings also present land managers with distinctive challenges. Given the ever-growing popularity of climbing and other outdoor recreational activities, potential impacts on resource values must be considered and appropriate management action taken. Challenges consist of land management, ecological sanitation, preservation of historic sites, and the climber-to-owner relationships. When a local climbing access issue occurs, the best line of defense is always the local climbers who are familiar with the area and the issues. This is why a critical piece of the Access Fund work is organizing and supporting local climbers to join together into local climbing organizations. They offer one-on-one guidance, educational resources, stewardship programs, and grants to help get these local organizations up and running. The Access Fund works with federal, state, and local officials, local climbing organizations, and land managers to develop and guide climbing management policies for public and private lands. So what can you do? Go to a local climbing organization. We have many here in South Carolina, such as the Carolina Climbers Coalition. Become a member, gain access to climbing spots, and protect and expand climbing opportunities. Go to the Access Fund website, contact your regional and national coordinators, and they'll help you get started. There are 50,000 climbers in every state, adding up to 500,000 climbers, and unfortunately, despite the abundant amount of land, they are restricted to do what they love. Tell your friends about it. Individuals such as you and I make up 72% of all charitable donations in the United States, so you can really make a difference. Still not convinced? Try climbing yourself, and you'd be surprised how much you like it.